And we'll go through the grid as quick as we can because the kart's now onto the circuit for their warming up lap. Pole position went to the 2 kart of Lee Harpham, and alongside him the reigning champion, the 1 of Liam Morley. Row 2, 3 Ross Allen, and the Australian Superkart champion Nick Chembry completes row 2. Row 3, 43 Ollie Holmes, and the 29 of Chris Beesmail. Row 4, 85 Lee Plain and 87 Jack Tritton. An ex-sidecar passenger with Bemsey, as Rick has pointed out. Row 5, 140 Aaron Newell and the 26 of Carl Hume. Row 6, 69 Costa Karitzis and the 5 Mark Edwards. Row 7 from 10 Tom Hatfield. Row 8, 83 Paul Von Gerard and 11 Liam Fox. Row 9, 8 Tom Riley and 89 Chris Balderson. Row 10, 64 Fletcher Hearn, and then we see the first of the 250 monos at the GP1 of Paul Platt. Row 11, 18 Kurt Catmull and 47 Aaron Mayle. Row 12, Johnny West, our long circuit visitor from Illinois. Johnny there on row 12, the 20 car alongside 122 of Ben Parkinson. Row 13, 92 Ben Arden and 57 Mark Pask. Row 14, 49 Michael Parr and 50 John Busby. Row 15, the 51 of Luke Burton and 143 John Reeder. Row 16, 139 Rob Randall and 159 Sam Harrison. Row 17, we see the first of the 450s, that's the 126 of Ronan McClintock, and alongside him is the first of the 450, the 125s, that's the 410 of Lexi Fells. Row 18, 59 Nick Flint and 32 Jordan Bailey. Row 19, 161 Richard Connick and 55 Alan Witherow. Row 20, 95 Daniel Lanson and 99 of Aston Baker. Row 21, 94 Dexter Chan and 33 Fenton Parsons. Row 22, 76 Alex Dudley and 37 Adrian Day. Row 23, 97 Toby Vincent and 75 of Kevin Dudley. Row 24, the 111 of Ollie Ridout and 77 Terence Dudley. Row 25, long way back from where he should be, the 31 kart of Sam Moss, and he's joined by the 23 125 driver Sam Kingsbury. Row 26, 19 Gavin Bennett, not having a good qualifying session, and the 61 of Tony Kill. Row 27, 17 Gary Popkins and 145 Alan Fluitt. Row 28, 34 Daniel Gerrard and 28 Ian Luto, and on the final row of the grid, the 62 of Andy Powell takes a deep breath as the safety car brings them through the Melbourne hairpin. The lights are off, so we will be going for a start this time round. It is 12 minutes plus 1 lap. And who's it going to be? It's the 2 drivers that got wins at Oulton Park last time out. The double winner of 2, Lee Harpham, the reigning champion, the 1 of Liam Morley. Just to put it into perspective, Rick, 100 brake horsepower, 218 kilos, top speed about 140 odd, going down through Craners.
Well, you led me on to the question I was going to ask, like about the different capacities.
Okay, red lights are on, slow roll, and lights are out, and who's going to get the jump? Well, that looked like Ollie Holmes was trying to find a gap between Harpham and Morley, and Holmes now on the inside line, but it looks like it's Harpham has just hung on. It's the green and white kart of Liam Morley there that slots into second place, and I think Ollie Holmes, the 43, up into third place from the third row of the grid. Sorry, ask away.
Yeah, you've got 450s, 250s and 125s. They're all 2-strokes, are they not?
No, the 450s are 4 strokes.
Okay, right,
the others are 2 strokes.
Right,
so
okay,
yeah, just as a reminder for those that haven't seen Superkarts before, the Division 1s have got the yellow plates with black numbers, the 250 mono single cylinder 250 5-speed, and they're the white plates, the black numbers. The 450s, red plates with white numbers, obviously a significant difference in engine sound. And the 125s, predominantly blue plates with white numbers. There are some, just to confuse everybody, that have got yellow plates, but most of the 125s are running the blue plates. So, who's it going to be first out of the Foggetesses? Oh, a bit of a tail wag there from Lee Harpham. It's Harpham, Morley, Ross Allen there in third, and it's Ollie Holmes. I think that's the 45 of Nick Chembry up there as well. So, and Harpham runs it really wide on the exit of the Melbourne hairpin.
Lost that place.
And loses out to Liam Morley. Ross Allen throws it up the inside into Goddard's, but has he got the move done? So at the end of the first exit lap, he has indeed. It's Morley, Allen, Harpham, Ollie Holmes, Nick Chembry. Then it's Chris Wiesmail in the 29 car as the field streams across the line, and leading the monos is the GP1 of Paul Platt. And just trying to see, leading the 125s, Lexi Fells there, the 410 yet, leading the 125s just behind the 51 of Luke Burton. So battle commences, and Ross Allen looking very racy. Same chassis as he was using at Old Park, but completely new carbon fibre bodywork designed by Phil Scott. It looks an absolute beaut. So he's managed to shave a lot of weight off of it, because 218 kilos is a fair amount, but the closer you can get to that, that's what it should be, Rick, when they cross the line, driver and fuel and everything on board. At the end of the race, it should be 218 kilos. So no less. Otherwise, it's sorry.
Do they get time penalty from that, or do they get race disqualification?
It could be an exclusion,
Right, okay.
Oh, and Harpham throws it up the inside of Ross Allen into and gets it anchored very nicely. So it's the battle for second place as Morley just starting to stretch the lead. 4 or 5 kart lengths. It's Harpham against Allen. Allen looks up at the inside into Goddard's. Is it another change this time round? He got it done late, did indeed. So
last lap.
So Ross Allen likes that late braking into Goddard's. Harpham, is he going to try and get the move back on into Interrogate? Dives out up the inside,
and he makes it stick.
Ross, good driving by Ross Allen, just gives him a little bit of room to get the manoeuvre done. Otherwise, there could have been a little bit of contact there. So it's.
I'm impressed that with these overtakes, they're not losing that much ground, are they?
No, it's all about keeping the corner speed up. Yeah. So Morley, fastest lap so far, goes to Lee Harpham at 28.367. So it's Morley, Allen, Harpham, Holmes. Nick Chembry there, looking menacing there in 5th place. Chris Wiesmail 6th. Aaron Newell, the Irish Superkart champion, there in 7th. Then it's Lee Plain into pit lane, comes the 1-2-2 of Ben Parkinson. And it's still Paul Platt that leads in the monos by about 1.6 seconds from Kirk Catamol. Ian Luto, the 28 car, also runs slowly into Goddard, so that will be another retirement for Ian.
Right, spread out a bit now with these front 3.
Yeah, we've still got 7 minutes, 7.5 minutes left on the clock. It's Morley, it's these front 4 that have broken away.
Yeah.
So it's Morley, Harpham, Allen and Ollie Holmes doing really well, hanging on. It's his first season in Division 1. He's moved up from the 125 class, and and Harpham slowed. And the problem, arm in the air, Lee Harpham, what's happened? He had a rotary hub moved at Alton Park. Looks as if he's got back up to speed, so something has gone amiss there. So Harpham drops back to, it was showing P5 as he crossed the line, but I think he's probably lost about another 3 places on top of that. So that gives the reigning champion Liam Morley a healthy advantage over Ross Allen, but it could be that with Ross Allen, the 3 kart now with a bit of clear track in front of him, can he close the gap down onto the 1 kart? It was 1.5 seconds at the end of the last lap, fastest lap to Morley at 27.7.
Where they've spread out a bit now, they're not jockeying for position. It's going to be interesting to see if any of those 2nd and 3rd can actually gain. Yeah,
can close the gap. Somebody else pulling off, and that looks like, is that Sam Harrison, I think, the 159 car has pulled off on the exit of Foggies. So Morley stretches lead. It is now Allen versus Ollie Holmes. And who have we lost? Because I think there was... Oh yeah, Holmes was there, is now up to 3rd. Then we've got the 45 of Nick Chembry. Bit of a lonely race for him. And then Harpham trying to make places back. So Harpham back to 5th place at the moment. 6 minutes left on the clock, so half race distance. Looking also out for Sam Moss, the 31 kart. Just Sam coming through from the back of the grid, and Sam Moss now up to 8th place. And chasing down the 29 of Chris Wiesmail. Paul Platt crosses the line there in 18th and still leading the monos. And where has Kirk Catamol's gone through? And Aaron Mayle up to 3rd place, the 47 kart. in the monos. Looking further back to see the battle for the 1-2-5s, and just trying to pick out Lexi Fells. So Lexi crosses the line, the 410, and then it's Alan Witherow, Aston Baker, and Toby Vincent is the order in the 1-2-5 class. At the front, it's no change as Liam Morley puts a lap on 17 of Gary Popkins.
Oh, there's another dive from there from second place, Alan.
Yeah, that was onto a back marker. Yeah, into his favourite spot.
Yeah.
So they've just got a little bit spread out now, but that gap, 1 point,
well, down a bit.
And that's Alan sets the fastest lap of the race, so a 26.8, and that's shaved off. That. Yeah, 0.6 of a second that time around, Rick. So
and with that overtake as well.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the cause.
So the chase is on. Ross Allen now chasing down Liam Morley. Ollie Holmes still there in third. Harpham now back up to fourth place, and we seem to have lost the 45 of Nick Chembry. So the Australian champion has disappeared from the scene, and another kart pulled off on the exit of Fogarty's. Can't quite see who that is, whether that is Nick Chembry. So it's Morley, Allen, Holmes, Harpham, Moss, Plain, Wiesmail, Brian Jones up to 8th place ahead of Carl Hume, and Jack Trick completes the top 10. Here comes the 450 leader, the 126 of Ronan McClintock. There goes Lexi Fells ahead of the 250 of Richard Connick. So leaders coming up for traffic, lots of traffic coming into Goddard's. Whoa, a big gaggle of 5 carts, and Morley sides up the inside, gets a few out of the way. And
we did have a bit of time gained there in second place, but it looks like we lost it again on the exit.
Well, one of those being lapped was Gavin Bennett, former British and European champion. Gavin literally taking this weekend as a bit of a test session to try out new pistons in the THR engine. So no shame that Gavin, experienced racer, got out of the way of the leaders quite nicely. So the gap now down to 0.7 of a second, and we've got 2 minutes 40 on the clock. So at least possibly 3 laps to go. Mail ahead of Ben Arden, and that is 3rd and 4th in the mono category. Somebody else slowing on the exit of, is that the 161 of Richard Connick? Yeah, slowing as he goes down towards Melbourne.
They're doing impressively consistent times now, considering the level of passes they're having to make during these laps.
Yeah, and it's very difficult to know whether blue flags are being shown by the marshals, because when you've got 57 carts on the grid, it can be a bit of a nightmare for marshals to know exactly which classes are running quicker. Yeah. Here comes Morley to complete 7 laps. Alan still giving chase, and it was 0.7. It's now gone out to 1.2 seconds. So Morley sets his fastest lap of the race, a 1:27.0, but still 0.2 slower than the fastest lap set by Ross Allen. The rest of the field streams across the line, a mixture of...
I think they've got a little bit more of a clear track this lap.
Yes.
So it'll be interesting to see if Allen can actually do that lap time again and close him down.
Yeah, I mean, we've got, a minute left on the clock, so they should get round in time to complete this and one more.
Yeah.
But, the numbers, single numbers, signify where they finished in the championship last year. So Ross Allen was 3rd last year. Yes, we wait. The first 10, you can use your championship position from last year, and then most other people just to run their favourite numbers. So Allen and Morley get through some more Mac Barkers. The next one on the track is Lexi Fells, who's still leading the 125 category, safely clear of, I think that was Aston Baker there in second. So the clock ticks down 19, 18 seconds. So
this gap looks the
we
same
might,
to me.
so Morley complete 7
Maybe
laps.
a bit bigger actually.
Yeah, 1.4 seconds, so another 2/10 as Morley's extended lead. Probably his dad's on the pit wall, just giving him a bit of a sort of, you need to increase the gap, my son, because there's a 3-car looming very closely. So Ollie Holmes still there in 3rd place. Jack Tritt trying to find his way through some back markers, but it's Ollie Holmes, Harpham still there in 4th, Sam Moss 5th, Lee Plain 6th, Chris Beesmale, then it's Brian Jones, Jack Tritt in the top 10. Really not so changing, and the battle of the Irish drivers is being led at the moment by the 48 of Brian Jones. Just looking further back, Liam Fox, the 11, down in 17th in class, just behind Costa Karitsis. Kurt Cattermole comes out of Melbourne, and if anything, Kurt Cattermole, the 18, is being caught by the 47 of Aaron Mayle and the 92 of Ben Arden. So is there a problem for the guy in 2nd place in the mono category? Here comes Morley up to Goddard's, and with the clock also ticked down to 0. Is it going to be a checker flag this time around? Out comes Morley, and checker flag goes out, so Liam Morley gets the win from Ross Allen. Ollie Holmes, the 43, gets a great 3rd place, and he's just lapped his girlfriend, which happens to be Lexi Fells, who's leading the 125s. Lee Harpham, a disappointing 4th place after that hiccup earlier on. Sam Moss gets 5th, and Lee Plain completes the top 6. Chris Beesmale, Brian Jones, Jack Tritt and Aaron Newell complete the top 10. Looking further back for the 250 monos. And Paul Platt heading up to Goddard's for the final time. Here comes the GP1. And it's a win for Paul Platt. See who's second, as Kurt Cattermole hung on to that 2nd place. I don't think he has, because here comes Ben Arden. So Ben Arden gets 2nd place in 250 monos, just from Aaron Mayle. Some chit chat with the drivers, but that concludes Superkarts for today. I'll leave Keith to do a final sign off of the day's action, and we'll have a quick word with Liam Morley, if I can. Liam, back to winning ways at Donington Park. Good race for you?
Yeah, I still think we've got a bit more to do, so we'll go back to the awning and have a look at what we can do. More speed, always more speed, isn't it, you know? So, yeah, I know the predicted laps from this morning were into mid 126s, but we've not quite managed it yet, so see if we can get there.
Ross kept you honest, didn't he? I mean, he wasn't going to let you get away, and it close to that 17th, and he set the fastest lap early on in the race as well.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I never look behind me, I just rely on pit signals off the wall, so. Yeah, I knew he was there, and luckily he came across the pack man, so it always helps when you're in mixed grids. So yeah, win, happy. See if we can do it tomorrow.